Friday afternoon, everybody. Veterans Day weekend. Kind of been looking forward to coming out and hanging out in the woods for a couple of days, and gonna do just that. Took me a little while to set up today. I set up a little bit more than I normally do because I wanted to try something. Yeah, still a work in progress here going on, so you just have to forgive what's to be seen here in just a few minutes. I'll give you guys a walk around. Right now it is 44 degrees. I don't know whether you can really tell, the sun is not shining, and it's cool. We're at a northwest wind, and sometimes it's gusting to as much as probably 15. Right now there's no trees really blowing around at all, but it's cool, real cool. That wind chill is probably down in the 30s when the wind gets to gusting up. But that's okay, because I got set up for it. I got the double underquilt going on tonight. And got the old North Rim Coleman bag, zero bag. I chose the zero bag this time because the fact that tonight it's probably going to get down to 24 degrees. That's what they're saying. 26, 24. Same thing tomorrow night, and I just did not want to be cold, but I wanted to come out and hang out in the woods. Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. We'll see. All we can do is hope, right? I'm not real sure about the fire situation tonight. The wind is supposed to calm down and be light and variable, north, northwest again. I think I'm fairly well protected. You guys will see here in a few minutes, and I'll point out a couple of directions. Thanks for joining me, guys. To all you vets out there, have a happy and safe weekend. By the time you see this, you will have already had a happy and safe weekend, I hope. Let's go outside and take a look around, and I don't know, tell me what you think. Yeah, you can see most of our leaves are gone. Didn't take too long with the rains we've had. Once they started turning colors, falling a little on their own, didn't take long for the rain to beat them out of the trees. Well, this is what I come up with, guys. I wanted to kind of try another super shelter form this winter, and I didn't think I was going to get to. For a little while, didn't know what the temperature was going to be doing, so we got the chance for a little bit of sunshine tomorrow, which with any luck will heat this end up a little. Now watch my step, the deer have been digging over here for some reason. That is the kayak shipping bags that I made a tarp out of that it leaked also. That's another subject I'll touch on in the next couple of days. Leaky tarps. You see a little breeze blowing there. And I'm hoping that, well, let's get right back around here in front real quick. That's to the north. So I'm kind of boxed and blocked on the north end. And that would be pretty much kind of to the west, right out that direction. There comes that bit of a breeze. Ooh, got a chill to it. So I think tonight I'll be okay. I really do. I've got enough sleeping bag and stuff in there anyway that it should be nice and cozy in there. I don't really have it pulled down to the ground hard. Plenty of room though. Plenty of room. And I believe if it rained, the way I have the front drape down over there, I believe it would drain fairly well. What do you think, guys? Let me know down in the comments. You think I'm just packing way too much stuff? Or this is going to be a good shelter for cold weather. I could take another tarp and block it completely off. I actually brought a 7x7 right there, that I could block that off. And I thought about maybe doing that tomorrow. It's only supposed to get in the low 40s tomorrow. And when the sun starts going through that clear stuff up there on the end, I'm hoping that it'll warm it up inside. So I may block this off. Yeah, I've got enough clips and clamps. Should be able to manage it. Hey, I'm going to go out and gather up a little bit of firewood. I don't know that it'll be a big bonfire tonight. I did talk to Smoke last night. He may drop by this way this evening. Now let me go ahead and wander around. I'm going to pick up some cedar. It's been hanging. I know it's fairly dry. We'll get, should be able to get a fire going with it, I hope. Isn't it pretty out here? I think I've said this before. I think the gray times out here are some of my favorite. What do you think, fellas? And girls, gals. Can't leave the girls out. I'm almost tempted to do that 7x7 here and just pull it down. There's no real breeze coming in here. None hardly at all. And I'd like to keep it that way most of the night, I think. You can see my breath. So I'm not worried at all about getting cold. I've got all the coverage that I need to stay warm for the temperature we're going to experience tonight. So I keep hearing something back over there. I think there's a buck trying to sneak up on me from back over there. I think I might just do the other little tarp here. Finish closing this completely in. Leave me a flap to go in and out that's not tied down. Let me see what comes out of that. I don't know. Keeping out of the wind for the next 2 days is going to be key. Whether I have a fire out there or in here, I'm not sure. The sun's going to make a big difference with that clear across that end there from the south and the west. As the sun goes across during the day, I'm hoping that'll make a difference in here for sure. I need a little bite to eat. Give me a munchie. Yeah, a handful of teacher's clips, some tarp clamps, the alligator style, 12x12, 7x7. Yeah, that those bags roughly measure 10 feet by about, I don't know, 5.5, give or take. I think I'm going to pull that down, go in there, have a seat, see if it all collapses on me, and take a break for a minute. Oh yeah, by the way, it's 42. Well, boys and girls, what do you think about this? 4:30 in the afternoon, yeah, maybe 4:45. Temperature 42 degrees still. I'm sitting in here fairly comfortable. I'm out of the wind altogether. But as you can see, this is going to be one of those days where it just gets dark now. It's gotten quite a bit darker in the last just 15-20 minutes. I don't believe it's going to be cloudy tonight. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Not the way the wind's blowing. And the fact that it's supposed to clear up tomorrow. It'd be kind of nice. Well, in the 40s. I don't know if this thing's staying focused or not, is it? Can't tell. Tea candles. That's the light I've got going, is tea candles. I could just about sit here and do this all weekend. Well, I'm going to have to get up and walk around, of course, but you know, I don't think I'm going to fret with a fire tonight. I just don't think I'm going to try to, because I don't think you can hear the wind blowing, but it's pretty steady 10, gusting a little better. So I'm just going to hang out, which is okay with me. Got my little pamphlet here. Thank you, Kyle. And on my wild edibles. Do a little more reading up on them. And just hang out. You know, that's what I really need is some downtime here. And kind of some downtime by myself. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. Really glad you guys decided to join me today. If I could talk. I'm not cold at all, by the way. Yeah, just sweatshirt. No long johns as of yet. I don't know. I'm going to start out the night without them, just to see how well this zero bag does in 20-odd degree weather. Now, it's not supposed to get down into the 20s till later on tonight. I think after 10, 11 o'clock tonight. It's when the rest of the front's supposed to come through, and there may be a little rain shower or two with it. It's kind of why I set this up like I did, so I got a drain. I know it looks kind of odd. It's high on one corner there, but I don't want water pooling up on me if it does decide to rain. Just hanging out, chilling. Truly chilling at 42 degrees. Oh, an easy dinner tonight. Out of the can, into the man. Pretty down and dirty, but filling. About 38 degrees. It's going down slow. It should be going on about 9:30, about now. And the only reason I really know that, I don't think the clock on this one is set. Brother Smoke, Bear Bait, and David B. All three came to visit me tonight. Very nice. Very nice. At least they waited and came after dinner. David B. brought me a little present, too. A couple of hand warmers for tonight. Thank you, Teresa. I got them on my feet right now. I don't really think I need them. I keep hand warmers, you know, in my, usually in my little toiletry kit. I've got a couple of them that I keep in there. And I tend not to use them. I don't really want to use them to stay warm with, because most of the time, you know, and hopefully including tonight, I'm more than comfortable enough without them. And tonight, you know, like I said, it's supposed to get down to 26, I think. I don't know. I'm in about 4 times as much sleeping bag as I normally have, so I'm not really sure. I've only slept in this zero bag one other time, and I've been waiting for the cool weather to come again. It just so happened that it worked out that I didn't get this one till last year when cold weather was almost over with. Nice to have friends come by. You know, it being Veterans Day, coming up, actually, Sunday. I always get to thinking this time of year, you know, I've had quite a few relatives in the military. I've lost a few relatives to the military, and I've lost some friends to the military. Sometimes you just can't help but think how useless, you know, the whole war situation is. But things being how they are, you know, not a whole lot an individual can do about it. So some of us choose to join the military for one reason or another. Most of the time, it really doesn't matter what reason. Running from the law now, if you've got your choice whether to go to jail or go in the Army, some of those individuals I couldn't say much about, pro or con, either way. But the ones like myself and a whole lot of other people that I know, not to be a big flag waver, but I've always been patriotic. And yeah, I do fly that flag on every campsite. And if anybody's got a problem with that, I guess you've got a problem with me. I hope not. There's a couple of people I want to say something to tonight. My friend Joseph. Camo Dude. You guys look him up. If you like bike riding. I think he does a little hiking here lately. I'm not sure. But the main thing I want to say tonight is I'm proud of his daughter. She not long ago graduated boot camp. Full-fledged Marine. Marine for life. And even though I'm an old Navy boy, I know the meaning of Semper Fi. The other one I'd like to say something about, a lot of you guys, I'm sure, watch his channel. He's pretty big out there. Luke, Outdoor Gear Review. His daughter just graduated Navy boot camp. Proud of her. It's one of those you really, don't know what kind of job either one of them's taking on. Whether they're thinking about a career. Whether they're thinking about doing their time and getting an education. Whatever the case may be. What I see is two future veterans. Now, of course, once a Marine, always a Marine. Some of us old sailors are like that too. Pretty hard-headed. I'd rather tie a knot than use a carabiner. We've each got our own little ways. But we really do need to stop and think about all the folks that, especially the ones that gave all. I gave some. I didn't give all. I came back. Just want to say thank you. From one old vet to all the rest of you out there that watch this, thank you. I appreciate your service. Can you see my breath? I don't know whether it's lighting up in here or not. I've just got some tea candles going. I'm going to blow them out there, really, just for a little light, not for heat. Although I think they probably would make a difference if I'd light off about 10 of them. I've got 4 of them going right now. These are the ones that you get a really big bag for $1. Yeah, don't buy those. No. It's supposed to last 4 hours, and I think I probably got maybe 2 hours out of one. Plenty of wax left. No wick. Done a couple of shots of hot water earlier. I'm not going to do any more tonight. But I do want to say cheers to everybody out there tonight. Hope you folks are having a good night. Got a couple other things I'd like to talk about later on. Probably some tomorrow and some tomorrow night. Just going to try to do a little walking around. Not really a hike, just get out and mosey around through the woods for a while. Gather up some thoughts and Try to let some things go. Oh. You know what, folks? I think I'm going to stretch out. Appreciate you joining me today. It was a good, relaxing day. Talk to you folks in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, I'm not real disappointed. My thermometer stayed in here all night. I didn't set it outside, so it got down to 30 in here. I'm not sure you can hear or not. The wind has been like this all night long. I've had a constant rain of leaves. I slept good, don't get me wrong. Yeah, North Rim bag kept me nice and warm last night. As a matter of fact, when I first laid down, I just used it as a top quilt. When I first laid down, I didn't cover completely up with it. It was plenty warm, especially my feet. Thanks, Teresa. Not used to the hot hands. I stayed out of the wind. That was the main part last night. I wasn't hanging out here in the wind. As you can kind of see, the smoke just kind of hangs around. That was nice. Now I did get the usual. It's condensated. A little damp. Well, not the whole thing. The walls are not bad. Now that side up there, that's where I put all the out, and we suck from the floor on this side and go out on that side. Kept a little bit of the air moving through here, but still with the condensation. Nothing much you can do about it, right? Well, it's going to be a leisure day today. Probably going to cut some firewood. May have a little fire tonight, but like I said, this wind keeps up. We're not in a real dry situation. It's been raining a lot. Practically every leaf on the ground is full of moisture. But I just don't enjoy sitting around the fire with the wind blowing up my skirt all night. It's just no need in that, Not when I can sit in here and be warm and out of the wind. I'm going to have a little something for breakfast. Not sure what. Just kind of hang out. Why don't you guys hang out with me? Might enjoy it. Pretty obvious I hadn't gone very far this morning, huh? You see the effect I was going for? Thought I'd have breakfast on the sun porch this morning. It is a little bit warmer in here than it is outside. The 40, right at 40 in here right now. Like I said earlier, the blessing is just being out of the wind. Well, I thought I'd get up, got my little water heating up here. We have Mountain House biscuits and gravy this morning. Get the day started off a little nice. I don't know, it may be 10 o'clock. Yeah, no, maybe 9. Just relaxing, that's all. Nothing more. Do need to get some firewood cut today at some point in time. Square this mess up just a little bit more. Not really. Condensation wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This has got quite a bit on it. But, like I said, I had company last night, and there were 4 of us sitting in here, so it got pretty damp before the night ever really got started. I'm hungry. Let me get fixing my breakfast here. Almost ready. Just so you can kind of see the difference here. It's been about, I don't know, hour and a half. If I can get this up there and get a focus. It's 50 degrees in here. I'm going to set it outside for a little while. Let's see what it gets to out there. High today is only supposed to be 40. Well, I messed around and didn't get the temperature shot outside. Brother Smoke come by. I think he's going to bring a saw over. He's going to help me cut up some wood today. Make for having a few fires ready as you come over. It's kind of nice to have wood by. I'd like to fill up that little shed over there, but I don't think that'll happen today. But my temperature outside, it was 36 degrees outside. And it's still a comfortable 50 or so in here. And no complaints whatsoever. I don't think it's going to be pushing to make 40 today. It'll be 40 in the sun maybe, but not 40 in the shade. Nice. I like this. I like this. I miss the view. Being able to see all the way around you is kind of nice in summertime. You got to fly up. But this time of year, you know, if you're going to be comfortable, man, you might as well make you a place to sit and hang out of the weather. Even though it's a nice sunny day outside, you know, I'm going to get out and mess around, take a walk with you guys here in just a little while. But, I can't see trying to huddle around a fire today to stay warm. You know, the wind's kind of slack right now, maybe 5 miles an hour. Looks like it's going to be a really nice day, though. I did just lay the thermometer back inside here. It was kind of actually in the shade in here. Let me see, 60 degrees just about. 36, 38 outside. I'm actually 62. I'm going to give this a positive feed for sure. I'll tell you what, folks, it ain't warming up very quick at all today. I got out there messing around a little bit, walked down to the car, got my axe. And my jacket. Thank you, Chris. It's coming in really handy today. Whew, I got to chill. But it's, even with the sun kind of coming in and out, it's still 54 degrees in here. So I'm fixing to get back outside. I'm going to take a little walk through the woods and pick out a couple of little trees. I saw some yesterday that they're not looking real healthy. And they're too close to other large growth trees. They're just not going to make it. So I think if we thin those out a little bit, it'll help in the long run. Plus, you know, might make out another campsite. Never know. Stick around. Yeah, it's a little bit cool. I'm back to the sleeping hat for the day. Nice to take a walk on a brisk day like today. Makes you feel good. I do believe this is just about my favorite time of year down here. I like the spring. I like when everything's blooming, coming out, looking pretty. But there's something to be said about this too, isn't there? The renewing. Let go of the old. Bring in the new. It's hard to do sometimes, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous day. I'm gonna walk over here to Alpha Camp and see what's up. Smoke said there's another tree down over here. Let's go see. Yeah, I do believe since I was over here last, yeah, several little limbs down again. Ooh-wee. Oh yeah, came from right up there. Yeah, that one ain't long. She's leaning hard. You know, and I've watched this one right here over the last couple of years. It just keeps laying down a little bit further all the time. And we'll come over here one day and it'll be laying down. See there, folks? It did get down pretty cool last night, even though it ain't so much today. Damn sure you're getting warm, and you can't go nowhere without bringing something back to camp. Every time. Got a saw in hand. Let's go cut some wood. Let it sit there and run. I think we got enough there to get things going.
Can you get more? There's a few more back next to the tree.
If I can get enough of a fire going to get this pile here going, we'll be alright. We'll do good. No, not going to use that tonight. This afternoon. But the wind has laid down nicely. I wish it had done this last night. However, it didn't. Oh, and yes, Brother Smoke. Yeah, we got matches. Have one. Oh, I think that'll do it. Yeah, I'm using a lot of char cloth. But I want to catch a spark. Almost. Come on. All right. There we go. And you know what, folks? Char cloth has got a little damp. I'm going to go with that anyway. Let's see if we can get something happening here. I may have smothered it. Reach over and see if, push that camera up. Just to make sure you're in the shot. Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. See how that lit up when I opened it up?
Yep.
Need that big ball right there in the middle to go up. I believe I've messed around and let my juke and my char cloth get a little damp. Oop. Not giving up. No, no, no. We're going to go till the last bit of juke won't twine. Take two.
Gonna freeze.
Oh. It just kind of goes to show you, it doesn't always go as planned. There was no cheat. I let the camera run so you guys could see this. Now I'm going to break out the can of gas and get a fire going. No, just kidding. We'll be up for take two. Hang on. Well, I got a few more little dries. We're going to go with a little bit bigger bundle of juke this time, and you can kind of see there, this is still smoldering. I got a nice warm place to start a fire now. So let's go back for scratch. This feels moist. It did flame up good, but it won't, it's just not sustaining a flame. Bird's nest, one each. Still smoking. Can't see in the sunlight. I'm throwing all kind of sparks into it, and it's just not lighting up. You believe that, Adam? You do this in one whack. What's wrong with me? Coyote 238. Don't laugh, I did get one. He's the one I was telling you, he just walks up, pulls the stuff out of his pocket, strikes it once, and goes, and there's fire. A little bit drier stuff, maybe.
The lucky tree.
Hmm.
The lucky tree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll do any lucky tree or not, but we'll throw a little bit of it on there. It's always been a good go-to spot for kindling. This should still be getting a good burn off of that juke, and it's just not burning up like it should, flaming up like it should. Now, this is the point in time where a lot of folks grab a big bundle and throw it on there, but guys, that's just not the way I build a fire. Thanks for your patience on this one. And yes, without any kind of a cheat, we got flint and steel fire. How about that?
Damp.
And it's kind of damp, yeah. I mean, it's not like we're coming into a dry set of woods over here, that's for sure. We got some good white oak that was down from last year. You guys saw the video where we dropped the tree over here. Got some of that split up. It's going to provide a really nice hot fire tonight.
With another electric chainsaw.
Yeah.
Green.
Let's give that a little shout. Knock my chair over. Snapper by Briggs, I think.
Yeah.
60 volt lithium battery. Good stuff, Maynard. Yeah, it feels pretty good to warm your feet by the fire, doesn't it? Smoke said thermometer on his front porch this morning said 25. Sound about right. Supposed to get down a little cooler than that tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't think it made the 40-something today, maybe in the sun somewhere, but not around here. Flint and steel. I learned something this year. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Teaching an old dog new tricks. Sometimes we can still learn, though. Kind of nice and peaceful this evening. I hear the owls back over in here somewhere, but they don't sound normal tonight. They sound kind of sad. Well, we messed around and let it get dark, didn't we? Oh, that's okay. A nice big bed of coals going here. Feels good. I don't know, it's probably, I hadn't looked at the thermometer. High 30s, 38 maybe. Just wanted to have a chat for a few minutes here. I'm not sure how much recording I'm going to get done tonight. Brother Smoke, Bear Bait. I believe David V's coming over tonight. Not sure. Just another nice evening sitting around the fire, folks. I'm really enjoying this weekend. Cold and all, you know. The cold's actually why I came out. And everything was good, you know. The shelter really worked out good. No issues there except for condensation, and I opened up the eaves a little bit today. I think that'll help. And there's not going to be like 4 of us sitting in there tonight. We'll be sitting out here around the fire. There's just too much wind last night. Everything was damp, as you've seen earlier. Thanks for your patience there while I practice the new skill. I can't honestly say that I've picked up a flint and steel since the 60s, when I was a Cub Scout. Long time ago. And I never mastered anything with that. Mostly we just, well, it wasn't the Den Master, or however they put it back then, I'm not sure. Had a fella come in and he showed us the kind of the ins and outs of using flint and steel. And the best I remember, it was summertime, because I believe he used grass bundles. So it is kind of nice. Pick up an old skill. Maybe pass it on. It was passed to me recently, and I get the chance. Just a good day all around. Got some wood cut. Those 2 little cedar trees there, I don't know, I was talking about the owls earlier, and they have gotten quiet. I tried to catch some of them, but every time I had the camera on, they were quiet. Fire does feel good. Not sure what time it is, but it's twilight enough I can see a few stars. It's supposed to be clear tonight for sure. 50 degrees tomorrow. Wow. That'd be kind of nice. I'll turn the camera back on in a little while when everybody gets here. If they come over, I might be sitting here by myself tonight. That's okay too. I'll get back with you guys before I decide to turn in tonight. Just going to enjoy the fire. Good company. Maybe a little shot of hot water. It could happen. Catch up with you later. Just in case I don't get to give a shout out later. Veterans all over the world, new and old. Thank you for your service. Do it well. Thank you. Talk to you guys in the morning. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Whew. Brisk in here. Got a little condensation again last night, but this morning there's a little bit of difference. I don't know what the temperature is. You see my breath here and here, pretty good. Got frost. I don't know if that's an indicator that it's a bunch colder outside this morning. I left the thermometer out there last night, so we'll see here in just a minute how cool it did get. Ooh. Oh, I slept good, man. I woke up about midnight, made a head call, and got spooked by a buck that was standing out here. I could just see him. My headlamp, I turned that way real quick. He didn't make a noise till I got 20 yards out in the woods. He took off running. Haven't seen a whole lot of critters. You know, the birds were chirping just a little while ago, and I said last night, I wish I could have recorded some of the owl calls that were going on last night. They just sounded so sad and different than they normally do. I don't know what the deal is with them. Not going to spend a whole lot of time here today. Gonna try to tear everything down and loosely pack, because I'll have to spread everything out in the yard at the house. It's supposed to be warm and sunny today. Let's hope so. And rain again tomorrow. Not as much condensation as last night, or night before, not last night. And not near as many leaves dropping. There was just very, very little wind after sunset last night. It laid down really nice for the fire. Oh, well, let me get out of this warm bag. I ain't even put foot on the ground yet. And let's step outside and see how cool it got last night. Got time for that morning pipe, too. It's really not that bad in here. Actually pretty comfortable. I got my stuff out. Most everything packed up already. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little look around inside at this hooch that I set up. It ain't real pretty. You can see in the clear stuff is about 10 feet long, and I doubled it. You can see the tape there. It is 10 feet. And I didn't need but just 5 of it. You know, just normal string across the ridge line. And I always use a stick out in the back. It's got a little dumper on it there. I whittled it smooth so it won't be sticking a hole in my tarp. And with the ends drawn down, yeah, makes a nice little envelope. I had no problems whatsoever, besides the condensation. And last night was not as bad as the night before, because I left the eaves open a bit, even though it was a little cooler last night. Okay, time to get this down and packed up and head towards the car. Well, folks, we've come to the bittersweet part of another one. Got everything packed up, ready to head out. 11 o'clock, maybe. Yeah, I've been taking my time for sure this morning. No hurry. Seen a couple more little deer up there walking around, coming down checking me out. I brought some more apples and kind of distributed them out through the woods. They have a little snack. I haven't got any trail cameras out over here right now, but that's coming up this week. I'm going to bring at least 2 more back out. I've got one that took a dive. So I don't think, well, I'm going to mess with it. It's the one that went underwater. It finally quit working. There's one more point that I want to talk about before I get out of here. Besides the fact that we had a good Veterans Day, beautiful weather. I got some cold weather to start out and check out some gear for this winter. Looks like everything there is going to be doing good. Maybe we'll set one up with the wood stove in it here before long. We'll catch another weekend when it's going to be down in the 20s, and we'll do a little wood stove action over here maybe. The one thing that I would like to say is if you guys watched my last video from the Turkey Foot campground meetup there at Daniel Boone National Forest, you'll see that I stretched up the Chill Gorilla. I should say the Chill Gorilla Fortress. And I had water issues inside the tarp. It rained quite a bit while we were up there. Well, all 3 days it rained at one point or another. And one night it rained all night the second night. But I've been in contact with those folks, and I believe we have a resolve on the way. I'm not going to say too much more because I want to do a couple more correspondence with those guys. Eden, thank you very much. I appreciate the corresponding back and forth with me, and I can't wait to get the Chill Gorilla back out. And you guys will see what I'm talking about here before long. I'll come over and do a day video. Maybe a night or two. It's hard to say. Hope everybody was happy and safe this weekend. It was a good one for me. I hope it was for you guys. From over here at the Hideout, till next time, just waiting for the next big adventure.